The big story post-close yesterday for Indian markets versus just before open today is that oil prices have seen a steep fall. They've fallen as quickly as they had risen. They are below that $100 a barrel mark now. They are in fact at $99 a barrel as we speak early today. Now, that has of course made its impact on the markets as well, but US markets is largely going to be driven by a couple of factors. One is of course the rate hike, which is widely anticipated to come in after that FOMC meeting this week, and that is going to be backed by mounting inflation concerns as well as the Fed's commentary on that and a shrinking balance sheet. The Fed has spoken about that, has reiterated that time and again, and that is expected to come through as well. Some visibility on that this week is hopeful, and US markets have largely fallen on the highly anticipated Fed meeting in this particular week. The Dow was absolutely flat. It closed 1 point higher, so holding on to just a little bit of gains. But the S&P 500 closed around 0.75% low, and the Nasdaq was down over 2% in trade on Monday to kickstart the week. The Nasdaq and the S&P 500 have fallen now for 7 days in the last 8 trading sessions. Moving quickly on to Europe. Europe looked positive after some amount of positivity between Ukraine and Russia, and of course oil prices holding back, or rather reversing. When we look at the DAX, it was up over 2%. That was the highest gainer among all major European indices. FTSE was up over 0.5%. The CAC 40 was up 1.75%, and the Stock 600 up 1.2% as well. Asia too was largely in the green outside of China. Of course, the new wave in China not helping Chinese indices. So, but other than that, when we look at the Nikkei and the ASX 200, both were higher. Kospi was down around 0.2%. This is yesterday. Today, however, Asian markets have started pretty much in the red, with Nikkei the only index holding on to some semblance of green. The Nikkei is up around 0.33%, but the Shanghai, the Hang Seng, all of them are staring at red, and the ASX and the Kospi too are marginally lower as we speak in early trade today. When we look at the SGX Nifty, that too is down around 0.1%, clearly throwing negative cues at Indian markets as well. Coming quickly to commodities, well, they have been in focus, both gold and oil retreating just as quickly as they had risen. In fact, gold is now below the $1950 an ounce mark, and oil is below that $100 mark. We did speak about that. It's at $99 in early trade today, and Brent is below $103 a barrel as we speak. In terms of currency, bonds and crypto, now that is going to be another focus area at the moment. The US dollar has gained sharply. It's above that 99. The dollar index is above 99. So that means that it is already anticipating the Fed rate hike. And in fact, when we look at the 10-year treasury yields, well, they are now at 2.16%. That is the highest since July of 2019. Crypto, though, is largely flat, with Bitcoin holding just below that $39,000 mark. Broadly, that's how markets are framed up for trade this Tuesday morning.